Beyond Neptune lies a frozen region so enormous and mysterious that scientists believe it contains millions of hidden objects humans have barely begun to explore. Some researchers even suspect an undiscovered planet may still be lurking there right now. This distant zone is where sunlight becomes weak, temperatures collapse to terrifying extremes, and ancient leftovers from the birth of the solar system drift silently in darkness. This region is called the Kuiper Belt. The Kuiper Belt is a vast ring of icy objects orbiting far beyond Neptune, stretching roughly from 30 to 55 astronomical units away from the Sun. 1 astronomical unit is the average distance between Earth and the Sun, meaning some Kuiper Belt objects are billions of kilometers away from us. To understand how distant that is, sunlight takes more than 4 hours to reach Pluto. And Pluto itself is one of the Kuiper Belt's most famous residents. For decades, scientists thought Pluto was simply the solar system's 9th planet orbiting alone in deep space. But in the 1990s, astronomers began discovering many more icy worlds beyond Neptune. That changed everything. Suddenly, Pluto looked less like a unique planet and more like part of a massive hidden population of frozen objects. The Kuiper Belt is now known to contain dwarf planets, icy rocks, comets, and ancient debris left over from the solar system's formation about 4.6 billion years ago. In many ways, it is like a cosmic time capsule. These objects formed during the early days of the solar system and remained preserved in extreme cold far from the Sun. By studying them, scientists can learn what conditions were like before Earth even existed. And some of these worlds are incredibly strange. There is Pluto, with its icy mountains and blue atmospheric haze. There is Eris, the object whose discovery helped trigger Pluto's reclassification as a dwarf planet. There is Haumea, shaped almost like a giant spinning football because it rotates so rapidly. And there is Makemake, another frozen dwarf planet drifting in darkness beyond Neptune. But the Kuiper Belt is not just scientifically important. It is dangerous. Many short-period comets, the comets that repeatedly pass through the inner solar system, are believed to originate there. Sometimes gravitational interactions disturb these icy bodies and send them toward the Sun. That means the Kuiper Belt acts almost like a giant reservoir of frozen projectiles. And somewhere inside it may exist objects humans have never detected. One of the biggest modern mysteries involves the possible existence of something called Planet 9. Astronomers noticed that several distant Kuiper Belt objects have unusual orbital patterns that seem oddly clustered together. Some researchers believe the gravity of an undiscovered giant planet may be influencing them. If Planet 9 exists, scientists estimate it could be several times more massive than Earth and orbit incredibly far from the Sun. But nobody has seen it directly. That mystery turned the Kuiper Belt into one of the most actively studied regions in planetary science. And yet humans have barely explored it. Only one spacecraft has ever visited a Kuiper Belt object up close. In 2015, NASA's New Horizons spacecraft flew past Pluto and revealed a world far more complex than anyone expected. Instead of a dead frozen rock, Pluto had glaciers, icy mountains, atmospheric layers, and signs of geological activity. Then New Horizons traveled deeper into the Kuiper Belt. In 2019, it flew past a tiny object called Arrokoth, one of the most primitive objects ever explored. Arrokoth looked like two icy bodies gently stuck together, preserving clues about how planets may have formed billions of years ago. That discovery gave scientists one of the clearest windows yet into the solar system's ancient past. But conditions in the Kuiper Belt are extreme. Temperatures can fall below minus 220 degrees Celsius. Sunlight is so weak that daytime there would look dim compared to Earth. Many objects remain permanently frozen and almost invisible against the darkness of space. And the farther scientists look, the stranger the region becomes. Some Kuiper Belt objects orbit at bizarre angles. Others move in highly stretched elliptical paths. A few may even have underground oceans hidden beneath icy crusts, heated internally by radioactive decay. The Kuiper Belt also raises terrifying questions about the solar system itself. Scientists believe the giant planets may have migrated early in solar system history, violently reshaping the orbits of smaller worlds. During this chaotic period, massive collisions and gravitational disturbances may have scattered countless objects outward into the Kuiper Belt. In other words, the outer solar system may once have been far more violent than humans imagined. And those frozen objects still carry evidence of that chaos. The Kuiper Belt reminds humanity that our solar system does not end neatly at Neptune. Beyond the known planets lies an enormous frontier filled with ancient worlds, frozen mysteries, wandering comets, and possibly even undiscovered planets waiting in darkness. A giant hidden region billions of kilometers away still holds clues about how the solar system formed, and what may still be hiding at its edge. Follow for more mysteries hidden in space. If scientists eventually discover a massive hidden planet deep inside the Kuiper Belt, would that completely change how humans see the solar system?